Let's continue, Be'ez Hashem, the next bracha. Hashiva Shayfteinu. So this bracha, for those of you that are counting, is the 11th bracha in Shemonei Esrei, which is the representation of decency and honesty. This tefillah is basically the communal tshuva. It's an announcement that Klal Yisrael will come together and gather in Eretz Yisrael. After this, once Klal Yisrael gather together and come to Eretz Yisrael, we will do a mass tshuva all together, and we will ask Hashem to provide us with the right judges in order to lead us. We need leaders, we need manhigim, and we need judges, right? When there's a beis din, and we're not talking about a beis din of nowadays, we're talking about a beis din bisman. Chazal had tremendous koyach, and we need to have the right judges in order to make sure that Klal Yisrael are doing in the right place. There's a Gemara in Megillah that says that after everyone gathers, the next stage is the justice system, which is going to be re-established be'ezus Hashem, we hope really, really soon. That's the point. So let's begin. Restore our judges like they were before, like it used to be. Kavi Rishona doesn't mean as it was. We don't want a system, but we want judges on the same level as tzaddikim that used to be. Right? We're talking about on a very, very high level. And our counselors like we had in the beginning. Here we're referring not to the judges, but rather to the Nevi'im, the prophets. When a person had a problem, an amazing thing, by the way, if you think about it. Bisman Chazal, if you had an issue, so nowadays we're a little bit stuck. We're a little bit, we're a Dar Yosem. We're basically an orphaned, generation. What do we have already? Who can we go to? Right, especially after Reb Chaim Zatzal passed away, it's much more schwer to have to go to someone who really understands, who really knows, who can really see. But in the olden days, Bisman Chazal, it was a much higher level than that. If they had a problem, they went to a Novi, and the Novi told you, oh, you have a cold, you have a problem with this, you have a problem with that, no problem. Just do this and it'll get sorted. It's unbelievable. If you think about it, it's the most unbelievable thing in the world. It's absolutely amazing. And therefore, the Novi would just look into you and give you guidance. Imagine having a way like that to solve all of Klal Yisrael's problems. Mishnah Pirkei Avos and Perek Beis Mishnah Ches tells us as follows: Marba Eitza Marba Tevuna. The more advice follows more understanding. Reb Chaim Volozhin brings down in Ruach Chaim, you'll often find people that when they go out to get trusted advice, they hear that advice, but then they follow their own opinion afterwards. In other words, they're looking for the advice, and then they're going to do whatever they want anyway, which is a terrible thing to ask their Eretz, but that's a different shmooze, whatever. The point is, at the end of the day, we're looking for Das Torah, and we need tzaddikim for that. And we're asking the Rabbeinu Shalom, like we had in the beginning, we want also now judges, tzaddikim, gedolim, and manhigim that have the ability to direct us like they did then, which unfortunately we don't have anymore nowadays, to put us in the right direction. Remove from us sorrow and groans. The language used in this bracha is very unique. We don't find it anywhere else in Shemonei Esrei. In the other brachas, we don't ask for various requests because we need it. We just mention it here because we are desperate for the Rabbeinu Shalom to restore our justice system. We need judges and gedolim, because we have to understand that from the language that Shemonei Esrei uses, that when justice isn't correct, it has the power to crush anyone, perhaps more than anything else. Reign over us, Hashem, alone, with kindness and compassion. A human judge can either have too much Rahmanas or too little Rahmanas. Right? This obviously doesn't apply to Hashem. And we say, Rabbeinu Shalom, we want really you, Hashem, Rabbeinu Shalom, to judge us, because we feel much more secure when the Rabbeinu Shalom judges us, and ultimately we want only Hashem to be the one judging us, because He understands us in every way. Just to give you a small idea how it can apply, when, for example, you go to someone for advice, I'm assuming the person you go to for advice, you want to know you, to understand you, who gets you. If you go to a random person on the street and say, oh, by the way, I have a real good shaila for you. No, not a shaila, I have like a real good shaila about my life. Like, huh? The guy doesn't know you, doesn't understand you. It doesn't make any sense. The Rabbeinu Shalom understands us better than anyone else because He created us. Right? When you go to the inventor of a machine, he'll understand the machine, the inner workings of the machine, better than anyone else, even if that person is using the machine, because the inventor created it. So the Havdil Elef Havdalos, the Rabbeinu Shalom created us, and therefore He understands us better, and therefore we want Rabbeinu Shalom, I want you to judge us, because you understand us, you get us. You know our issues, you know our bad thoughts, you know our situations, you know our challenges, you know everything we've gone through. Reign over us alone with tremendous chesed and compassion. A human judge as you mentioned, can only have a small amount or a lot, whereas the Rebbeinu Shem has the exact amount. V'tzadkenu b'mishpat, justify us through judgment, right? The question is, if this is mishpat, which is judgment, how can it be tzedakah, which is righteousness? So tzedakah and mishpat means Hashem considers all the circumstances. That means the Rebbeinu Shem takes into account something which a human being can never take into account, and that is your upbringing, your environment, everything you saw, everything you heard, everything you did, everything about you. And that's an incredible, incredible thing. The Heilige Baal Shem Tov says that it's virtually impossible for one Yid to see another Yid do an Aveira unless he is also guilty of the same Aveira as well. So Hashem causes us to witness someone else seeing the Aveira, so we recognize, we obviously have this within ourselves. And that's a very, very important thing. Baruch atah Hashem, Melech Oyev Tzedakah or Mishpat, loves righteousness and judgment. Either it means that Hashem loves doing justice in this manner, or it means He loves us doing it when we do tzedakah and mishpat together. And the Mishnah Pirkei Avos says that judgment is one of the pillars of the world. It's one of the most necessary things ever. If it's Hashem tomorrow, very interesting bracha, v'lamal shinin, join us tomorrow.